Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat Live. Tonight we're back with yet more England action as we prepare to qualify for Euro 2025. This is the fourth qualifying match. England now travel away to France following hosting them on Friday evening. That was a disappointing result on Friday evening against France at St James's Park. England didn't really get going. France won the game. Puts us in a tough spot, right, Harry?
Yeah, 100%. We have now put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get results across the line, and it just means tonight is so much more important. A loss tonight, and it means we have to beat Ireland and we have to beat Sweden. A win tonight, we make up for Friday's loss, and we put ourselves back in a very, very decent position. So basically, losing on Friday means there is now a lot riding on tonight.
Yeah, definitely. So, Nick Knack, welcome to the stream. Saying hi, folks. Good to see you, Nick Knack. But yeah, it should be an interesting game tonight. I think England with a lot to prove after last game. It was very disappointing on Friday to lose in the manner we did to France. We didn't really create any chances all game. I think we sorely missed Lauren James, actually, someone who could pick up the ball and cause a lot of issues. And it was made them more frustrating by the fact we led 1-0, obviously through that early Beth Mead goal in about 30 minutes, something like that. And obviously, you've just sort of fell apart in the second half. It was a shame. But yeah, I think tonight we, as I've said, have a point to prove. It will be interesting to see whether we can improve upon the performance and then obviously look to go again in the last two games of the group. Nick Nash says a draw wouldn't be terrible. It wouldn't be, but it would somewhat rely on Sweden losing to France in that final match day.
Yeah.
And obviously us beating Ireland. Unless Sweden have already played Ireland today, haven't they? I assume they won.
Oh, I don't know.
I will double check that now.
But yeah, I think...
Yeah, so it's 1-0 Sweden earlier today. So that does now put us 3 points off Sweden and 5 off France. If we lose this evening, we would have to beat Sweden and beat Ireland and hope that Sweden lose to France.
Yeah.
If that game were to even be a draw, then we're in trouble. If we draw, then a draw in that game later in the tournament could be... So a draw would be huge over a win tonight, but a win would very much keep us in a really good spot.
Yeah, 100%. So, but that's the thing. Am I worried? Not really, because yes, we need a result. Yes, there's a lot of pressure, but if there's one thing that this England side has proved over the last couple of years, it is that when the pressure is on, when it matters most, the 11 players in an England shirt go out there and get the win. And that's what I'm hoping on today, that under pressure, when we need the 3 points as much as we do at the moment, that 11 go out there and get the win across the line.
Yeah, exactly that. I think it will be hopefully a good game. Shall we have a look at the lineups for this evening's game? It is, of course, France versus England, hosted in the Stade Geoffroy Guichard in Saint-Etienne. Let's have a look at the team. For France, the home side is a 4-3-3 this evening. In goal, Peru Magnin. She was phenomenal in that game on Friday night, made some crucial saves to deny Beth Mead. In the back four, Karchaoui, Renard, Lacroix and Di Almeida. Obviously, Karchaoui left back, Di Almeida right back. Again, Di Almeida, the goal scorer in that game on Friday. In midfield three, Henri Gayoro and Selma Bakker. Again, Bakker in the midfield. Grace Gayoro coming back into the side, only going to add more quality to that team. And a front three of Diani Katoto and Kenza Dali. Now, I'd expect to see Bakker out wide then and Dali in midfield. But a really good team. Yeah,
very, very strong side. Very similar to the one on Friday. But obviously, Gayoro coming in for Toletti. That is a very strong side. They've beaten us. They beat us once before. They're very happy to do it again. They're a strong side. They're going to take some beating. And this time it's on home soil. So a big crowd and a very tough opposition.
Yeah, indeed. Let's have a look at the Lionesses then. Again, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 more like. In goal, Hannah Hampton with Mary Earps pulling out through injury. Hannah Hampton gets that starting burst. She had a really solid game. I thought there wasn't a lot she could have done about the France goals on Friday and made a couple of saves as well. In the back four, Bronze, Bright, Williamson and Jess Carter. So again, the same back line. We're similar in midfield, same in midfield again. Toon, Walsh and Georgia Stanway. Toon will play almost as an attacking midfielder. And then a pivot of Stanway and Walsh. On the right-hand side, it's Beth Mead. On the left-hand side, Lauren Hemp. And through the middle, Alessia Russo. So it is the same team that played most of the game on Friday. Obviously, not exactly the same because no Mary Earps, but pretty much the same team. Does that make sense?
No, it surprised me, to be honest. I wouldn't have, saying we lost the first game, why would you line up the same? We played them a couple of days ago. They're going to know what we're about. you'd mix it up, try something different, make some changes.
Who would you have brought in? Chloe Kelly?
Potentially so. Beaver Jones.
Yeah.
Just to just make a point that the performance on Friday wasn't good enough. So to start the same 11 does surprise me from Serena, but clearly that's the team she backs. But France, they've copy everything they did in the first game because they know that's how they're going to win because it's the same players. It's an interesting decision to play the same 11. France they've only made one change, but they won the game. Is a difference. Yeah. We lost the game and we've stuck with the same team. For me, that's going to end up being a similar result, surely.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of changes. Obviously, Cascarino dropping to the bench. Bacca will move out of midfield and out to the left wing. No Linetti in there. Henri coming into the side. Gayoro coming in there instead of Cascarino. So a couple of changes and a bit of a shift. But overall, it's a very similar team. As for England, obviously, a complete same lineup, pretty much apart from goalkeeper. But tactically, goalkeeper doesn't make too much difference. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. Personally, I don't know who you change in the personnel. I thought, we mentioned there about the wingers, but I thought Hemp and Mead both played well. Mead took that goal well. Hemp created that chance. So I don't think you could take either of those out. I don't really see who you rotate into the midfield. I don't really see why you change the back line. So I can understand for a certain extent why we keep with the same team, and perhaps France were expecting us to change something, so that could be leveraged for us. But we'll see. Should be very interesting.
I think the other thing as well is though, I get it's qualifiers, but it's internationals. You take the whole squad, you might as well use it. Don't I don't know. I think it's a bizarre. It's very rare that you see any nation stick with the exact same 11 for both internationals, but. I don't know. Serena's got a plan. She knows what she's doing. She might have it better worked out than I do.
I guess she's just playing her strongest 11. She knows that they are up against a really difficult opposition in France this evening. I don't know. We need to qualify. She trusts these players to get the job done, but they now need to get the job done because we're in a tough spot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, as I say, though, a win tonight and suddenly our fortunes look very different. We'll be level on points with Sweden, and that game against Sweden will be very important.
Yeah.
Unless obviously Sweden lose to France and we beat Republic of Ireland, so we'd be in a great spot.
The other thing is that we also, if a win tonight makes it a 3-horse race. A loss tonight means it's that we're chasing Sweden. A win tonight drags France right back into that battle.
Yeah, it puts us back into contention for top. Not that there's any difference between top and second in qualifiers, but. Yeah, will be interesting. Amir Ragrawi saying a must-win game for us, no questions asked. Completely agree with you there, Amir. Should be very interesting. But England need to win. Really, England need to win.
100%. No, we can't accept anything. Another loss tonight would be a really poor showing. It really would.
Concerning as well.
Exactly.
Heading to the tournament next summer in Switzerland.
Well, make sure we get there first. That's the worrying part.
The thing is, I think even if we're third, obviously we'll have to go through the playoffs, but we should be given a game we should win. So I'm not unduly worried, but it doesn't set a good precedent if we don't even go through qualification. We have to go through the playoffs. You never know.
If we play like we have in the last couple of games, then suddenly you can get us a tight form that you can get surprised.
If we draw in Italy or someone like that, then it could be a really difficult game. So I completely agree with you there. But yeah, I think it very much depends on who we would draw. Yeah. But I find it mental that defending champions might not be able to go through the qualification phase because that's my biggest issue with the qualification format. I know it reduces the amount of games needed to qualify, but it also pits all the top teams against each other, which is not what we want to see. We want to see these sides facing off at the tournament, not a year before it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
We can't blame the format. The format is what it is. We've got to get the job done this evening. 5 minutes till kick-off. Harry, let's get in some predictions. What are you expecting from this game?
Yeah, well, we took the lead and France pegged us back on Friday night, so I'm going to go for the reverse of that. I think France will take the lead and will peg them back this time. I think it'll be a Katoto goal in the first half to open the scoring. Then it'll be goals from Beth Mead and Ella Toon in the second half to swap the result around for England and get us across the line.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm a lot more confident we can change this game. We can play better in this game than we did in the reverse fixture. So I will say 3-0 England, and I will go Rousseau with a goal, Mead with a goal because she looked brilliant on Friday night, and then I will say Millie Bright as well. Might just stick her up front again at the end of the game. But Yeah, I'm confident for England this evening. We should be, the pressure, the expectation, the necessity to win tonight should shine through.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And that's the thing. If we play like we did at Euro 21, if we play like we did at parts of World Cup 23, then we need to see that team. We need to see those World Cup finalists. We need to see those European champions tonight. We've got to prove that we are better than France, because we are. We've got to show that on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, should be interesting. Of course, if you are watching along, get involved in the live chat. Who do you think will win? The poll in chat going 89% England. So a lot of confidence in there. 6% France and 6% going for a draw. So yeah, I think that's fair. A lot of people expect England will get their own back this evening. They need to. Very much do. But
it's hard on a judge when you play a side back to back, because obviously you think that it would be the same, but you never know. It could be completely different. It depends who turns up on the night. But I think it's going to be a close game either way. I don't think either side's going to run away with this tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. I think it will be a tight one. But yes, we are a few minutes away from kick-off now. The difference makers then for both sides. For England, is it Mead again, or will someone else step up this evening? What do you think?
Well, and that's the thing. That someone else should step up. This is a side that have the quality everywhere. Everyone on this pitch is a game changer. They should all show their class. I'd expect to see the front three all be dangerous, all get shots away, all test France's backline. I'd expect in the midfield to do their duties. I'd expect to see Toon shine and create. Walsh do what she does best and win the ball back. And then the backline, I'm expecting a much better defensive performance, because it wasn't good enough. That's why I'm slightly surprised to see Jess Carter tonight. I don't know who else I'd have put there. That is something I don't think about. But, Diani and Katoto would do really well against her. Yeah, because they will. Jess Carter's a very experienced defender, but is she the quickest? No. And that could be another problem we see again tonight.
Yeah, I think the big question mark is who else would you put there, just because, Niamh Charles didn't get called up. I guess you could shoehorn someone into that role. Well, we don't actually have another left-back in the squad, do we?
What is the squad? Because we've not got anyone else.
I guess you could put Morgan, but you've got Greenwood, Letitia, Turner, Morgan, your four defenders on the bench.
Why have we taken so many centre-halves?
I don't know. I don't know why Charles didn't get in the team over someone like Morgan or Turner. I don't know why I guess Morgan covers right back, but who covers left back? So it's a weird one for me that you take Millie Turner and don't take Niamh Charles. Midfielder's even weirder, because there's no Katie Zellum or anyone like that. You've got Kirby and Clinton, I guess. And then Naz, Kelly, Beaver Jones and Park, all as attackers. Obviously Park can play middle midfield, but it's just a bit of an odd team where we don't really have any rotation options. If we want to take Georgia Stanway or Walsh off the field, we'd be putting in someone who can't really play that position.
Like we did on Friday. We brought in Kirby and Lambo and lost the game. Obviously, I know they scored before, but still, it didn't help. But yeah, France, very good side. Kenza Darley surprised me actually on Friday. She was very, very good. And obviously bringing Giro into the midfield is just going to make them even better. So that's fun. We saw Ronaldo's defensive qualities. She's ridiculous. So nothing in the air again, but I'm sure we'll keep crossing it in and getting it headed out. But yeah, we've just got to play to our strengths. Play to our strengths. Do what we do best and score goals and beat them, hopefully.
Yeah, fair enough. Nick Nack saying they all need to step up. Couldn't agree more. We weren't good enough on Friday evening. I want to see more from Ella Toon. I feel like she's still such a good player in there. If she can shine this evening, then maybe we'll start to believe it again. Lucky saying, hey lads, good to see you, Lucky Abdirazak. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, we are about to get underway here in Saint-Etienne. France the hosts in this Euro 2025 qualifying game.
Oh, who's walking onto the pitch?
Someone's lost.
Oh, no. Don't know what's going on here. Is it a bloke? What's he doing?
I assume it's some sort of tribute thing.
Oh, he's taking kick off. That's cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
But yeah.
What a lovely way to start this game.
Alex says we need a much better performance tonight. Here's hoping. Indeed, here is hoping. Need to see a better performance from England tonight. It will be France to get us started. And a nice touch there. I'm not sure who he is, but they have invited someone onto the field to pass the ball to Katoto before we get started this evening. He shakes hands with the referee, and now we'll exit again.
Do you know what I'd love to see from one of those? They actually get involved in the game. Like he knocks it back and runs beyond, accepting the long ball.
I'd like to see them play the first minute and then get subbed off. That'd be better.
That would be good.
But yeah, here we go. England, France versus England for a chance at Euro 2025.
Huge 90 minutes.
Both sets of players taking a knee and are standing against all forms of discrimination. And then we will get underway. It'll be Alessia Russo to knock it back. No, sorry, George Stanway, I think it is. Knocks it back, and we're underway this evening. England versus France. England looking to make up for disappointing defeat on Friday night. Can they do so? We'll find out over the next 90 minutes. It'll be... France have already won the ball back. That was a poor kick-off routine from England.
I still didn't get... Someone needs to mix it up again. Because now everyone does to pump it long. And...
Well, we didn't even do that well. We kicked it to them immediately. We do have possession now. Bright.
Yeah, need to find some... just shoot from kick-off.
Williamson to Bright. Nice triangles here at the back. Bright going to carry that forwards. Just move England up the line. Goes to Bronze. Bronze tries to play it around the corner. Hasn't quite come off. Backer loses the ball, but then is fouled by Mead. It's alright by Stanway. A little over-aggressive there, Stanway.
Unnecessary.
Perhaps just hyping herself up a little bit too much for kick-off.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Alex saying we need a much better performance. Couldn't agree with you more there, Alex. Have to see an improvement this evening.
Nice to score early. Settling into this game quite quickly. It was a bit of a slow start to the game, wasn't it? First 20 minutes or so on Friday. And then it kind of came to life and England found the back of the net. Hopefully, England can start a bit, both teams can start a bit faster, but especially in England's case.
Yeah, Williamson. Here's Walsh. Williamson, now Bright. Here's Lair Williamson. Carter. Tries to play it forward, cut out by Henry. But now it's one high up the field. Toon. Trying to hold on to it. Here come France. Gayoro. Karchawi. Darley. Henry. Ball knocked wide. Here's Backer.
Playing back around Karchawi gives you so much. The threat down that left-hand side is doubled up.
It's understandable then why you would shoehorn in both of them into this side, because obviously both left backs naturally, but able to play other roles. England have won the ball back here. France complains a free kick, but nothing given. And now England knocking it back. The thing is, if England just played there, we'd have had the advantage, but we didn't gain anything because we all stopped.
Because we thought it was a foul.
Right, tries to send it long. Russo trying to bring it down. Now Mead, Russo. Mead again. Here's Toon. Tries to slide that through, but nothing on it from El Toon. Dialmeida will knock it back to Peru, Magnin, and the attack breaks down.
Wow.
And almost pressing and winning it back there. And Bright now recovers it, kicks into Katoto, and wins a throw.
Very scatty first few minutes. Just everyone needs to settle down.
Yeah.
And take a moment. Hervé Renard back on the sideline for France tonight as well. Just, I don't know. England seem to, whenever, England the ball back here, and we've got Stanway and run back to our own goal to try and find options. She can't turn and play for whatever reason.
Williamson. Here's Carter. Hemp. Now one back by France. Diani. Toon trying to win it off Henry in there. Lacra. Dialmeida. Henry. Sprays it wide. Selma Backer holds onto it nicely. Trying to bring it up the field. Now back to Karchawi. This is nice football from France. Backer. Karchawi. Backer. But yeah. This game seems to be moving at such a slow pace at the moment. Neither side is on their game at the moment.
It just feels like whenever the player is on the ball, they have one option. This is better from France. That is
probably the issue of having played the same side, or a few days ago. You know each other. So it's just like, there's that familiarity, it's easy to be tactically good against one another. And so what we're seeing is two defensive lineups that are very good. Two teams that are defending against the other one well, but they're not really doing a whole lot else at the moment.
High possibility for a 0-0 tonight.
Yeah, but there's also going to be, an opportunity for both Renard and Weigman to show off as coaches who can be the pragmatic one, who can make a change tactically that's going to make a difference this evening. Or can individual quality shine through from one of the teams? Can a player step up and make a difference?
At the moment, England just not put enough behind the passes. Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Another Toon. Russo. Toon. Chance of Toon. The shot, though, has nothing behind it.
Wrong way there. I felt a really good football. Plays a 1-2 Stanway. And here, I feel like just go drive. Just try. Don't come inside. Don't come inside there. She also on her right foot is the thing.
That's fine, but she's got to drive power through it. That's the second. She just scuffed the shot. That's the second time now that Toon has tried to play. He tried to play a ball forward and put nothing on it.
Yeah.
And so nothing happened. It just went to De Almeida, and there just completely scuffs the shot. And this is the thing. I think there is a really good player there, but I've just not seen it over the last year to suggest that she deserves to have this starting role in the England side constantly. Look at Grace Clinton. I think she looked better when we played her. Chance for France. Wow. And it whistles past the far post. Diani got good contact behind it, but couldn't quite direct it goalward. She did well to actually get there. And the question marks again over Williamson here. Way too easy for Diani to get a shot away. I think Hampton had it covered, but close.
Just one of those, that ball has been cut back. There was Bronze, Bright and Williamson all between the ball and Diani. All three of them could have cut that ball out. No one did.
And Williamson struggling. She's
she
cut her knee, yeah.
Caught there. But a let off for England already in this game.
Yeah, weird one. Very weird one there. I don't know. It doesn't feel like Williamson is back. And to be fair, same with Bright.
No.
Neither of them seem sharp at the moment defensively. Both are, on the international and club stage.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a really weird one. I'd expect. I was expecting better tonight. I know we're only 7 minutes in, but the warning signs aren't great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Long way to go. This ball, Bronze is miles off it. Bright's watching the ball go past her, and I tell you what, Hampton was scurrying, and if that was on target, might have had a bit more behind it. Who knows? But, I don't know. Close one. Very close one.
Yeah, Williamson just down receiving some treatment, but it's been a cagey one to start here. We need a bit of individual quality to step up. We need a team to start moving the ball a bit quicker.
That's the thing. That's the weird thing between Friday and today is that obviously the first game, it was a slow start. Nothing really happened, but both sides looked pretty comfortable. Whereas tonight, both sides have just looked a bit, lacking a bit of oomph really. In terms, England in terms of striking the ball, France
it's a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hopefully, once Williamson's knees been patched out, we can get the ball down and play some good football.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed what's happened already. Garchawi needs a drink already. Knackered. Done so much run. But yeah, Williamson is now bandaged up, so we're going to get back going again. Bit of a bizarre pause, but we're back underway. Hampton gonna send this long then.
Obviously, as we're down to 10 momentarily, makes sense just to put this as far as possible. So Hampton will send that along for a moment. I think that's Walsh dropping into the back line. Ball goes over the top. Renard most alert to it though. Walsh wins the header in there. Now Carter gets up well. Hemp flicks it inside. Toon unaware of it. And Henri can knock it to Backer. Just going to let that roll through her feet and just recover. Allow France to settle into their shape. Lacroix. Take our time on the ball, under no pressure, as England's still down to 10 at the moment. De Almeida, we are now back to our full complement. As Leo Williamson waved back on De Almeida. Diani. Ball down the line, and that comes off of Kenzadali and will be out for an England throw.
Yeah, good, a bit of hot potato in the middle there, weren't it, for a bit?
Yeah, indeed.
So we've got a free kick, actually, look at that. Not sure what for, but I'm sure Ronaldo's as confused as we are, by it seems. Hervé, not Wendy.
That is confusing, isn't it? De Almeida now being chased into the corner.
I see Hervé Ronaldo couldn't play centre-half. I think Wendy Ronaldo would make a phenomenal manager.
That's future manager material. I can already see her in the suit.
You'd listen. Like, you're not answering back or refusing to take order.
Gayoro. Here is Karchawi. Sprays it out wide. Kenzadali. Blocked well by Carter. Kenzadali, De Almeida. Here's Karchawi. Lifts it over to Renard. Brings it down well. Now Baka. Gayoro. Baka. Nick now says the French coach likes Simon Jordan across the Demon Headmaster.
Wow.
Hervé Renard, he was the Saudi Arabia manager at the World Cup. Nick Nack. You might remember where
hell of a crossover.
Where they beat Argentina in the group stage. Al Dawsari scoring. He was the coach of that. But yeah, good manager. Very good manager. I believe he's already stated though he won't continue with France into Euro 25. So it's a bit weird because he could qualify them between now and July, and then I think he's off after the summer or something like that. Just a bit odd.
Yeah, I don't get that. But yeah, neither side's settled in this game though so far. No one really I think it's very difficult to game like this to develop a good have a good 5-10 minutes really where you're putting on the pressure, where you're on top. That's a ball that can play between the lines, but it's cut out by Renard and then cleared by Baka.
Karchawi now. Tries to go down the line. Katoto holding up well. Tries to release Karchawi, but Williamson will come in and deal with that. Russo jostling with Baka, and that comes off Selma Baka. And out. No, it's going to be an England throw there.
Yeah, it was deflected further up and it didn't actually touch anyone.
Yeah.
Good decision from the referee because the linesman obviously, not missed it, but well remembered, that is. That's good memory. Hacked away by France, but put back. Doing well, saying she's being handled.
Walsh, Williamson. Now Hemp. Carter. Walsh, now Bronze. Selma Baka carrying it forwards now. One back by Stanway. Ball down the line. Rousseau holds onto it well. Mead. Trying to keep possession, but it's France who win it back. Katoto, nice turn. Bright tries to seal wide. Katoto works it back round. Karchawi. Dali. Here's Lacra. Renard. Lacra again. Diani under pressure, and Hemp wins it back, and here come England. Chance now for the Lionesses. Diani getting back in well, but Hemp's managed to see off the challenge. Works it back to Walsh. Tuna touch that's a down. Here come France looking the other way. Williamson, though, will assert herself in there well and wins the ball back, but then gives it away with a sloppy pass. Comes off Katoto and out for a throw.
Yeah, Hemp did rather win the ball back there, and we didn't really do anything with it. She pounced, and then she got around herself too wide, then cut out to Walsh, she then played it to Toon, and then it took a terrible touch, and that switch of the play is not good enough from Lucy Bronze and out for a France throw. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what Serena's thinking. hopefully a change or something.
Yeah, the confusing part there was we had. It feels like Dion Wider is someone who we can really target. You see as the ball dropped, it looked like she could confront it and win it, but instead she backs off, and yeah, it just doesn't. And then that allows Hemp to go and get the ball and run at her. But it does feel like someone we can definitely target this evening.
100%. 100%. Gotta get, that's where we look at what we've done at international tournaments. Where are we strongest? The out wide, the wings. Mead and Hemp in 2021. Hemp and Kelly in 2023. Use the players that we've got. Let's get that ball out wide and cause them problems. Try and switch the play there again. And it is too heavy and doesn't reach Lauren Hemp. So we've got to use them, but also got to find that pass. It's the second time we've tried to knock it into Hemp, and it has been massively overhit. I think Hemp and Mead are the players. If you get them on the ball, they'll win you games. They can do that. They possess that quality. Problem is, we're not getting on the ball as much as we want to at the moment. But yeah, 15 minutes played. One shot each. Toon and one, and Diani had one. Not what we expect from.
Is it not quite evenly matched teams?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, both one shot off target.
I expect a strong. I don't know. England in the position they're in. I get that they're obviously going to play it safe, but part of me was hoping to respond pretty strongly to come out and really put a fight to France.
Bronze nods it on, and here come England. Mead puts it in there. Russo with a chance. It goes wide. I think Lacroix touched that, didn't she? But England had a big opportunity. Bronze was well to flick this on. It's a great ball in from Mead. Swings into a good area. I think that must have gone off Lacroix.
No.
That was Russo.
That's a poor shot in that case then.
Yeah, just lashes it wide.
Didn't look like she aimed it. But look at that. You get the ball out wide, you get across into the box, you get a shot away. It's where we're going to cause problems. It feels like we're overcomplicated sometimes. Yeah. Get the ball out wide. Mead and Hemp have the individual quality to cause teams issues.
As Alex says, we need to take these chances.
Yeah, 100%. You're not going to find. Look at the other night. We took one of our chances. Yeah, we didn't take enough of them, and we got punished for it.
Here is Jess Carter just keeping that in touch. Rousseau lays it to Toon. Toon just smashes up the line. Gives Hemp something to chase after, and she might get there, but it's good defending from Dion Wider actually to get between her and the ball and see it off.
It's the right idea from Toon, but no one there had a clue who she was aiming for.
Is it the right idea? There was nobody up the line. She just smashed it up there.
I think it depends. If that's where she wanted to play it, then it's brilliant.
It's good execution of a poor idea, I'd say. Well, it looked like it might do something in the end, but it was a poor idea because there's nobody up there.
Yeah.
So you want to get the ball forward, and I guess in that sense, getting the ball in behind is what we want to do. So it's a good idea in that sense, but in that exact moment, that wasn't the right pass.
Yeah, no, 100%. But England, we're doing okay.
Walsh just lifts it wide. Now Lucy Bronze could look to deliver this. Cuts it back on the edge. Beth Mead
Mead
can't get it out of her feet and then tries to shift it and can't. Walsh wins it on the edge. Tries to force that ball and Henri has it now.
See, that's a shame. That was a really good opportunity because she had space there. And then once she got closed down, there was space for Toon on the edge of the area and just couldn't do anything with it. And then perhaps frustration setting in there if she just smashed into the back of Kai Chowie.
Yeah, welcome to the Stream Trust fan as well, by the way. Talking about Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah, he started well against Stefano Tsitsipas. I unfortunately can't watch that game. But more than happily watching the Lionesses. They're not playing very well, though, at the moment. We've had chances, and I think you could argue we're the better team, but we're not taking them. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Renard. Back to our goalkeeper, Pedro Magnin. It's not a bad ball forwards. Just didn't seem to have much of a target, but it does find its way to Diani. He exchanges pass with Gayoro, and here come France. Grace Gayoro carrying it forwards. Gives it to Karchawi.
Yeah, France just knocked the ball around here, trying to find a way through.
Yeah. Here's Gayoro again under a bit of pressure. Goes it to Lacra. De Almeida tries to bring it down the line. Now plays it down the line. Gives Diani something to chase after. But Carter will see that off for a goal kick. So yeah, 20 minutes played. How would you summarise the first 20?
Let me try and put this in a quiet. I'm not going to say boring. I'm not going to say crap. Quiet.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a fairly muted affair.
France had to draw tonight because they know that if France draw or win tonight, they've got to beat Ireland. They're home and dry.
Exactly.
It's a good ball.
Ball in behind. Here comes Mead. Takes aim. It's saved. Deflects into traffic. But Almeida deals with it well.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, really good from Mead. She does well to get a good shot on goal, but someone's got to anticipate what's going to happen there. But yeah, as I was saying, France know that a positive result tonight and they're home and dry because they'll beat Ireland and then that's them done. For England, we know we need I don't know. Just doesn't feel like we're the side that need the 3 points. This is
Ball
good,
inside. Hemp does well to win it. Pulls it back to Stanway. Strikes it well. Wonderful from Georgia. Stanway. Textbook Stanway strike. France 0, England 1, and a great start to this game. It's been fairly quiet. We felt it needed a bit of individual brilliance, and who better than Georgia Stanway? I spoke on Friday night how we've sorely missed Stanway. Picking the ball up on the edge of the box and taking a hit is what we've really needed in recent weeks. Stanway struck it sweetly. No chance of Pero Magnin. France 0, England 1.
And that was when everything came together. Came from the wings, shock. Russo holding the ball up, that's what she's good at. Laying it off to Mead, who shows a really good bit of strength, lays it brilliantly to Stanway, who does the classic Georgia Stanway and absolutely rifles it through the goalkeeper, who gets wrong-footed, and a brilliant start to this game.
We've not seen enough of it recently. She can strike that ball so flat, so hard, that it catches goalkeepers unaware.
Great strike. It's what we needed.
We saw her do it at the World Cup in 23. We've not seen it enough recently. That was really good.
This is the moment of the game now, because we did this on Friday and then we didn't build on it and it came back to bite us.
Yeah, we want another.
Now we need to push on and keep going. Don't drop off. Don't get comfortable.
Needs to be ruthless.
Keep going.
Here's De Almeida. Ball into the box. Lovely head away from Leah Williamson, but it is a goal kick anyway. Yeah. Jay Press, welcome to the stream as well, dropping some rocket emojis. It really was a rocket of an effort from Georgia Stanway.
Yeah, really good. But what we saw on Friday was we scored, and then France reacted really well to that goal and responded pretty quickly. But
it's the perk of having Renard as your coach, really, isn't it?
Exactly. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen today. Don't let them respond. Let's go get another one and see how they respond to that.
Yeah.
Because they respond to that, fair enough. Let them win.
So England goal kick. Hampton will send this long, you'd imagine, once again.
Yeah, slight pause, I think
will be long.
There's some issues.
Russo can't quite flick it on. De Almeida heads it down, falls for Toon, and she sprays it wide to Mead. Mead one-on-one with Selma Backer. Tries to cut it back to Stanway, but she doesn't read the play.
That was good. Initially, that was really good for Toon, because it was a difficult ball to bring down. And
Williamson pounces on that.
Brilliant.
Does really well to win it. Came onto that quickly.
She pounced on it, then had no one to go to.
Yeah, everyone's over the right hand side of the field. So when she drove into the left space, that's a poor pass in there from Kira Walsh. Henri, Diani, Carter goes and tries to win the ball back, and she's given a free kick. It's a soft one though.
Yeah. Yeah, just another many times in the game where the move just breaks down because of a sloppy pass or a poor touch, and they're just Walsh just practically just laying it into Gayoro.
De Almeida sends it forward, and that's assertive in there from Williamson. The problem with having Williamson and Bright is, as we've seen there, they've both tried to assert themselves in the same situation. That's good from Hemp, by the way. Ball coming off the field, kicks it to De Almeida and wins a throw. But then we see it, they both go for the same header because they're both the same type of centre half. And I think that is the one issue with having them both in there. I don't think you'd change it because they're so good. You can't really afford to drop either of them. But Like, you could easily have one of them and then Lotte Ruben Moy alongside or something like that. Williamson sends it forward. The Almeida will cut it out of the air. Rousseau, Hemp, flicks on, but it's called offside.
I mean, damn, I don't go flying in there. Really fancied a piece of that. Oh, that's well played out by Karchawi, because that looked for all the world that she was going to lose the ball there.
Kenzadali now.
Great tackle from Hemp. Ref didn't think so. Never mind.
Diani. Now Kenzadali. Back towards Diani. Trying to fashion a ball into the box. Gives it back to Kenzadali. Drives into a congested area there. And it does come off Jess Carter though, so it will be... No, it's still on the field. That bounced weirdly on the touchline there.
And then a sloppy offside there from France and an England free kick. Well dealt with between Carter and Walsh there, with Diani and Dali doubling up on the right hand side. Here's the goal again. Absolute rocket from Georgia Stanway. 23 yards.
Absolutely textbook Georgia Stanway. If you had to ask me to describe a Georgia Stanway goal, just a generic one, that's exactly what you describe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've not seen enough recently. I think a lot of people rightfully questioning her place, her starting place in the England national side. You know, I think she has been somewhat fortunate over the last year. She hasn't really been rotated because we don't have many options in there. Now, Clinton's a great midfielder, but she's not a Stanway mould. There's not really anyone else that can play that position. You know, even if Walsh was having a poor time, Zellum could come in and do that job. But yeah, I think Stanway, a magnificent player, and actually when she's on it, she's really on it.
Yeah.
We've not seen that much since the World Cup, really. And even at the World Cup, I think the latter stages she didn't play particularly well.
No.
Here's Bronze. Another one who doesn't have much competition in this side, Lucy Bronze. You know, Esme Morgan's the probably next best right back. You know, like, thinking about yeah, of course, but you know, I do think competition for places is really healthy because it mean that players have to perform better out of necessity. I think England perhaps suffer a little bit from the comfort. If you look at Euro 2022 and the difference between that and World Cup 23 was actually, you know, we still had players like Jill Scott, we still had players like Ellen White.
Yeah,
I meant there were competition for places in those roles. So when people were handed an opportunity, they played that extra 10% harder because they had to, so they'd get more opportunities. We're not really seeing that now because there is no competition. I hope with, you know, Park and Beaver Jones coming through, that will hopefully refresh those attacking options and mean that they do need to continue to fight for their places. But we don't seem to have many, young defenders coming through that are making a difference. Charles has come in and seems like she should be the de facto starter. Yeah. For World Cup, for Euro 25. Sorry, maybe we'll see Carter continue to start in that role. But personally, I'd have Charles there.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen what we saw on Friday, which was France respond very well to going a goal down and then coming back at us. But we haven't really, what I'd say, built on it.
Yeah. Lacroix tries to go down the line. The Almeida can't bring it under control. That'll be an England throw.
Yeah. Just, to be honest, I'd be happy to make it at half time at 1-0. I'd take that. We can get a second, even better. Just don't let what happened on Friday happen again. Russo just really ought to hold it up. Holding off Lacroix brilliantly. Finds Mead. This is a good opportunity.
Mead plays it on to Georgia Stanway. He's having a storm this evening. Her shot's blocked. And again, it bounces weirdly on the surface. The ground seems to be quite bobbly tonight. But it has helped us here as we play the ball through. Lauren Hemp will receive it now. Can she fashion it into an opportunity? Cuts it back quite a distance for Carter. We're going to go back to Leah Williamson. A lot of players in the box here. She plays it over the top. That's a fantastic ball. Across the box. Alessia Russo. That's a good header. Saved well by Pero Magnin. Hemp will fight for the ball. And that hasn't been kept in, but that will be a corner, perhaps.
Brilliant football from England. What ball from Williamson? Mead.
Great run from... is that Lucy Bronze in there?
That's Mead, isn't it?
Looks like Bronze.
Is it Bronze? Oh, it is Bronze.
Yeah. Great ball across the box. It just bounces on a bit awkwardly for Russo. She gets a good header behind it, but
Too tight of an angle by the time she
yeah,
gets onto it.
exactly that.
Yeah, really good football. Unlucky Alessia Russo in there. And Perry Magnin is down. Not quite sure what happened. Perhaps making that save.
Yeah, Justin Williams, welcome to the stream. By the way, saying can't watch in the USA. Thanks for this. No worries, Justin. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. I'm glad we can be of service.
Yeah.
But yeah.
France having a bit of a regroup here. Because that could have been so easily been 2-0 England. And that would have been
Well, we
massive.
could have had a couple, you think. And again, we talk about how on Friday we're a bit wasteful with chances. I think tonight we're showing the same sort of thing. We've got a goal, but it could easily be 2 or 3-0. I don't think this France team are as good as we seem to make them look on the game on Friday or in tonight's match. So
Yeah.
there is, I think, a bit of frustration around that because we could definitely be more comfortable than we are now. We definitely could have won or at least drawn on Friday night.
Yeah. No. Yeah. A lot of discussion going on between Renat. I mean, the whole French team here in a hard little argument.
A lot to discuss, I think.
Yeah. Renard leading that discussion, as we say. Managerial material in the making, that lady.
Yeah.
Well, 15 minutes left of the first 45, and not a bad 45 for England.
Nick now says we've been wasteful in good positions to create chances. It does seem to be that final ball at times, doesn't it, where we just can't quite execute that pass.
Yeah.
Can't quite shift it to the right player on their right foot in the right position. Doesn't quite fall right. That bounce is just off. It just seems to be, all these little things just not quite coming together. We know the foundations are there. We know how successful this England side can be.
Yeah.
I am worried we head into the Euros. How strong are Spain going to look again? How strong will this France side be? It's going to be a competitive Euros, I think. Very competitive.
Yeah. A lot can change in a
That's
year,
the
though.
key thing, I think, with the last
Russo,
World Cup. That's
brilliant.
great from Russo. Trying to drive it across the box. And
She's driving.
I think with the last World Cup, we started to see that the European sides are becoming dominant. For a while, your Brazil, your USA with the powerhouses in the women's game. But I think, you look at the last World Cup and the US were abysmal, Brazil were abysmal. I think all 4 semi-finalists were... No, Australia were there, to be fair. But the other 3 were all European, right?
Yeah.
So...
Both that was home tournament,
interesting.
Aussie, woo.
No, exactly.
Good ball in. Oh,
It's
no.
headed away. Blocked there by 2. And now here come France. Gayoro does well, but can't quite shift it as it's won back by England. Down the line from Carter. Mead takes it in her stride. Could she pick out Russo in there? Good ball in, and it bounces through. Hemp will arrive late to it. And that second touch, that's a down. She hasn't kept it in. She's really well to pounce on that ball, but then couldn't get it under her control.
Another one, great one from Mead. Russo can make contact with it, and then, Hemp don't want to get there and just come
I
speeding
don't think she realised she was going to get it.
That's still on.
Yeah, that is. She didn't realise she was going to get it, did she? She's just challenging back here. Backer backs out of it.
She starts her dead in the line, mate.
And then she starts to run. It just hits her foot. But this could have been easy. Gayoro's got to look up. If Gayoro looks up sooner, and executes that pass, England would have been in trouble. But so perhaps warning klaxons going off.
Another chance for England goes begging, though.
Almeida, Lacroix, that's a poor pass. England throwing high up the field.
Like, how many more are we going to get until we get punished for it?
Yeah, how many times are we going to let them off at the moment?
And we know how it can come in the most, strange circumstances on Friday.
Ball thrown in. Russo looking to turn and shoot. Stanway tries to take an air stride but can't. Bronze finds Hemp. Ball goes in there. Russo heads on and it's there. France 0, England 2. And finally, England making France pay. They've been the better side in this game, England. They've had the chances and they've now put another away. Russo met that well with her head, bundling it home somewhat. But it doesn't matter how it goes in, just that it does. France 0, England 2.
Yeah, that Stanway goal really ignited something in us. We played much, much better. Great ball in from Mead. Good header from Russo. Hemp with the ball.
Well, I was going to say, this all comes from the fact that we've changed up the flanks because there, Lauren Hemp, who's traditionally left-footed, means she cuts onto her left foot and then obviously plays a bit more of an in-swinging ball. Rather than an out-swinger that you've got to try and meet, it's an in-swinger. Where Russo there has the advantage of just being able to just got to get something on it to turn it goalwards rather than having to completely direct the ball goalwards.
She learned from the first one. The first one from Bronze, she headed straight at the goalkeeper. That one, heading it down into the ground, bouncing up, it makes it much more difficult of a save to try and read that bounce, and a really, really good header. And now, that second goal is massive because we only got one on Friday and we were punished by it. We were pegged back. Now, we require France to get 3 if they want to win this game.
Yes, I spoke a moment ago, by the way, about the quality of the other teams at the tournament going into this Euros. Spain, after 5 minutes, 1-0 down to Denmark.
Wow.
So, perhaps that's a little premature. But yeah. Be interesting. Quite interesting. Netherlands, they dropped points today against Finland. Jutta Rantala scoring there. Norway drew with Italy. So that's, Finland, who else is going to score, let's be honest. But yeah. And obviously Germany packing in Poland in there. Just they're going to win every game in that group. No one's laying a glove on them.
Welsh looking for Hemp, can't find her. But yeah, we've come out tonight and we've played like a side who had a point to prove.
Yeah.
And who needed 3 points desperately.
Yeah, says we're making France look very average tonight. Yeah, I think we made them look really good on Friday. That's the thing. I don't think they are a top nation. I think they've got some really strong players, but ultimately I don't put them on a pedestal with us, with Spain, with Netherlands.
Yeah.
Maybe just off with the likes of Germany, who are still sort of missing pop in a big way. I've got a lot of young talent like Erbadorf that hasn't quite blossomed yet. So, I think I put them in that sort of bracket. I think France have got some good players. I don't think their midfield is particularly strong. I still think they're a very, very good side, of course. But I don't think they're on England's level. I don't think they're on Spain's level.
Yeah.
I think they'll be a side that will be comfortably into the knockouts of the Euros, but not someone that I could see in the final. But yeah. Alex says, we do seem to be more up for this game. Perhaps the last game was a bit of a wake-up call. Yeah, I definitely think that's the case. I definitely think we seem to be re-energised this evening.
Yeah.
I don't know what Serena was doing over the weekend, but a lot of shouting, I hope. Seemingly.
Yeah. Ball in to Williamson. That's a great knock down the line to Carter.
Now Carter will look to make this into an opportunity. Tries to pick out Hemp. Hemp tries to drive forward. That's a crucial touch from Lacroix. But we're opening him up at every opportunity. Yeah. Williamson looks to switch the play. It's a good header down. Stanway. Mead. Bronze is pulled a little bit there, but getting away with it.
Yeah.
Selma-Vaca.
It'd be so
good
nice
block from Hemp
tonight to make it really convincing.
Of course. It would certainly make a statement, lay down a bit of a marker, throw down a gauntlet, if you want all the phrases in there.
Yeah.
Because if we beat France tonight, and then we beat Ireland and they draw with Sweden, suddenly we're top of the group. And we go, well, what was all the worrying about? So it could look very different, depending on what happens. And then obviously if we win the final match day and something crazy happens at Ireland-France, then France might not even get through, automatically. But unless Katie McCabe whips a corner in first time into the goal, I don't really see anything happening. But yeah. I'm saying France aren't playing the probing balls forward that we're making. Yeah, I agree. I also think we're dealing with it better than they are.
But it's what you expect from a game of football. This is what happens is it was a very cagey affair, but if you're the side that can get on top, you will stay on top. And that's what we're doing at the moment. Huge header in there from Bakker to take that off the head of Mead. If not, that could have been 3-0.
Do you think it hinders France that all of their national side play in the domestic league? Because I think there's definitely advantages to that. But with Division 1 Feminine not being the same quality as it was a few years ago, comparatively, is that an issue? Because you look at the England squad and there's players in all of the major leagues, other than Division 1 Feminine. I don't think there's any, their Bronze used to play there, but has now moved to Barcelona.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Walsh was at Bayern, now at Barca. Stanway still at Bayern. And obviously a lot of WSL players, which I would make a strong case is the strongest league. I don't think that's a controversial statement.
Yeah.
Does that make a key difference? Potentially.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think while we lost on Friday and that was disappointing, were we the worst side in that game? Not really. For most of the first half, we were the dominant force. And while while we didn't really ever get going in that game, I don't think France. I think we made France look better than they were. You know, they scored a header and what was the other goal? Can't remember now.
The
Katoto. Yeah. No, that was the header.
No, it wasn't header, was it?
The Almeida. Oh, the scuff shot and then Katoto's volley.
Yeah.
Both were just knockdowns from corners. So again, I don't think we were on the merit of play. Lost that game. Ball across the box. Hemp can't quite touch it goalwards, but we'll keep it alive here. No, it's not out of play, and that is a corner.
Yeah, we're doing really again. We're causing problems out wide. It's what we do. It's what we do best.
Yeah.
Not the ball out wide, create opportunities.
It does seem as well without the pressure of playing at home, especially at St James's Park. I mean, even for the men's game, from a lot of reports, the atmosphere just wasn't great. It's just like a lot of drunk Georges who didn't have a lot to do. So yeah, I do think it's those sort of things can make a difference. There's not as much pressure this evening. We're away from home.
Yeah, it'd be nice as well. If we're pretty comfortable. We can make some changes.
Yeah. Ball in from Hemp. Brought down by Williamson. Bright tries to score a goal.
Will it go for a corner? Yes, it will.
And that will be another England corner. Okay, overridden.
Well, Bright left it, and everyone in an England shirt thought it was a corner. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Yeah, that should have been a corner.
Definitely a corner, but never mind. Alas, we move on. It's one of those, like, Millie Bright's not going to leave it unless she knew for sure it was a corner. Weird one.
Yeah.
One back by England, heart of the pitch it. Hemp finds Carter, and we're going to go backwards. Williamson. Great ball into Toon, who can't quite get a foot on it, and that'll run through to De Almeida, who hacks out for a throw and smashes at her own teammates who are warming up. England throw then. Renard will not be happy with what he's seen so far from his side.
No, not at all. He's someone who demands the best of whatever team he's coaching, especially this France side, who are very strong.
Yeah. Will be a bit frustrating to him. Only a few minutes left of the first half. England doing quite well. Great turn from Hemp. Dispossessed though. Out for a England throw.
Yeah, H. Duncan saying, good game, Lionesses. Yeah, it has been. You know, I think we are the better side here, and we're showing it. Hemp tries to fine-tune and does. Stanway now. She's got her confidence back, but this time the strike just going wide.
And look at the frustration from the France players for allowing her to do that. Great football from England.
Just, they've already seen her do it once this evening, and they give her way too much time, space, and respect in there.
I feel like she should do better with it. I know it's harsh to say, but we know what Stanway can do.
Arguably so, yeah.
I think she's got to hit the target. Maybe I'm just.
I think if we weren't in such a comfortable position, there'd be a bit more frustration. But we have been really good in this game.
We've already done it once.
Exactly.
Dali, well,
Almeida sends it forward. Williamson should have this covered. Hampton comes out to deal with it and just knocks it out of play. Yeah, so screwing it wide. Very similar move, though, to the opening goal. Exactly. I think we do have a lot of joy out in wide areas. I think our wingers are some of the strongest.
Yeah.
I think that Rousseau is a great forward at getting on the end of those. One, she's really good at playing on the shoulder of the last defender. And what that does is firstly, it means you can put those balls... If the wingers, if they put those balls in behind, she's really good at running onto them and finishing them. And she's in a great position to do so. And two, it opens up a lot of space in the midfield for when Stanway and Toon both push forwards, almost as like two number 8s, then they can both be in and around the edge of the box and involved in the play. Because of how high Rousseau plays. Yeah. Because she plays on the shoulder. But yeah, Bacca. Gaore. Finds Katoto. She's forced back, though. And what we're finding as well is England are playing a lot of their stuff beyond the France defence. They're getting in behind quite a lot, whereas you look here, and France are having to sit camped outside the England box. Henry takes a pot shot from range, but it's more of a lashed effort than anything that's going to trouble Hampton. It goes flying
Sums
wide.
up France's first half, that shot does.
Yeah, didn't even catch it well either.
Yeah. She did not want to see what it ended up. As soon as that left her foot, she turned around and got in position.
No, just didn't catch it right at all there. It was a bit of a scuffed one. Here's Leah Williamson. We'll go back to Hampton now.
Great ball. That is a great ball from Hannah Hampton.
Can Mead do anything with it? Seen off well.
That's what Renard does best. That's what I think she does best. Oh!
Rousseau wins it back. Trying to jostle for it. Important tackle in there from Henri. She gave the ball away and managed to win it back. Gayoro. Now here's Karchawi. We've got 4 minutes of additional time, by the way, in this first half. Ball in from Backer, headed away by Williamson. Now Walsh clears her lines. Rousseau brings it down well. Hemp.
Carla. Run back to their own goal. Manages to get to Williamson, though. That's a good ball forward. Going to put Renard under pressure, although she should do this comfortably, and she does so. Yeah, France is about getting back in the dressing room, getting back to the drawing board. For England, it's about keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Walsh wins it back and goes back to Hannah Hampton in net. A lovely little fake.
I was going to say, make a Toto jump up for it. Williamson, Stanway.
Hoist turns in a minute.
Ball goes down the line.
I'm not sure what Bronze was thinking of that one.
No, me neither.
Oh,
that's a great tackle in there from Stanway. Perhaps a little reckless, though, and the referee not happy to see that.
I think it might double up with the fact that Toon decided to play none of the ball as well. Stanway flying in. Yeah, it's one of those.
She wins the ball, but you've got, the protection around players today means you just can't really do that.
No. 30 years ago, we'd applaud a tackle like that.
We would have.
Rubbish. Well, a chance then for France towards the end of the half to get something from a set piece here. I mean, this would be very disappointing because they haven't created much. But a set piece is something.
Yeah, this would be frustrating. Ball into the box. Hung in there. Renard meets it well. Plays it back across the box. Katoto wide.
Thought that was in.
England get away with that one.
Thought that was in. I'm surprised. I don't know how Katoto's not found it, but goes deep. Renard heads it back across the box and Katoto heads wide. I don't know how she's put that wide. That looked destined to go in at the far. Oh, wow. That was close. Very, very close.
And if that had found the target, I don't think Hampton would have got across goal quicker.
Oh, no, definitely not.
But yeah, equally with the angle, she would have had to go, if she'd got it on target, it might have gone closer to Hampton. Would have been difficult to sneak it in the near post. They would have had to go a bit across goal. Whereas because she tried to play it directly into that near post and she wasn't adjacent with it, it didn't really work. Yeah, it says Renard perhaps should have gone for it herself. Yeah, she's just a bit too deep to do so. It's always seemed to be a routine that they would go across the box, given the position of Wendy Renard. But you'd think with set pieces, you'd always be aiming for her just to score a goal.
Yeah,
that would be the smart route, you'd think.
Far on the corner to Toon, who does really well.
Up against Renard. Difficult, but she does get a really good shot away, and Peru Magnin does well. Up against a very good defender there, Toon. She's done well to get a shot away.
Yeah, it was a very decent shot of that, testing the goalkeeper.
I guess she does play for United. I was just waking earlier about how they all play in Division Uno Feminine. Division Un Feminine, isn't it? It's not Uno. But yeah, again, I'm not sure the Serie A is the most...
No. Stanway down here.
It's the strongest league. But yeah.
Don't know what's up with her. Hitting the head.
Yeah, it seems to be the back of the head there.
That's right. Should be alright. Yeah. This was Ruto holding the ball up. Oh, lovely.
That's what led to that 2 yards. Lovely footwork. And then just lifting that shot across goal. Hero Magni.
So.
Yeah, because he gets a bit more power behind that. That's a really difficult one to deal with. But that is it for the first half here in Saint-Etienne. It is France 0, England 2. A really strong first half from the Lionesses. Goals from Stanley and Russo giving England the lead at the break. Right, I'm going to take a very short break. I'll leave you to dissect your thoughts on the first half, and of course chat, get involved in the live chat if you're watching along. Do give us your thoughts, and I'll leave you in the very capable hands of Harry to talk about that first half.
Yeah, I mean, we have watched over the last week, we have watched 225 minutes of the England national team, men's and women's, and that has to be the best 45 minutes we have watched out of the lot. Really good, much better from England, a marked improvement on Friday night. We came into this game with a bit of an unknown, with a bit of uncertainty that we would be struggling after the result on Friday. It was very disappointing to lose to that game at home to France, but we have got on the plane, headed over here, and we have turned up. We're making amends. We're doing France in for beating us on Friday. We're playing much better. We've looked stronger. We've caused them a lot more problems. We've come forward with more intent. We've been a lot more solid at the back, and we've taken our chances. And that is the big one for me. On Friday, we did well. We took the lead, but then we stopped. Yeah, we got comfortable and we got punished for it. However, with this game, we've had our chances. We scored one, and then rather than sit back and relax and get punished, we carried on going. We didn't get comfortable. We kept putting pressure on France. We kept causing them problems, and then we got a second goal. We were close to getting a third or a fourth. We've had a really good half of football, and I really hope that we will keep building on that. I really do. You know, it'll be very disappointing if we are to let this slip now. We let a 1-goal lead slip on Friday. We're now 2 goals up. We should be okay. We should be alright to see this game through. But yeah, been very impressed with how we've played, and yeah, it's good. This would be a massive 3 points in the grand scheme of things, and you know, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see if we can see this out, because that Friday our second half was not good enough. Today we can't afford that. We have to hold the same standard from the first half. And as Justin says, praying they don't bottle this second half. Exactly that, mate. You know, we need to hold on here. If we were to let a 2-goal lead slip now, that would be really disappointing. Really disappointing. But yeah, I mean, in terms of for France, it's one of those where it was a cagey game. England then took advantage. England then took control. And when that happens in a game like this, it's very hard for the other team to respond. And yes, they responded on Friday. However, tonight, France didn't respond in the same manner. England scored 1, and France couldn't get back at them. And then England came again, and France couldn't respond again. And then it put them under a lot of pressure. So, you know, it was very good from England to not allow it to happen. But for France, they'll be disappointed. They'll be disappointed that they haven't managed to peg England back. Nick Knack says, you could kind of tell it's a game we need to win and France don't. Yeah, of sorts. Obviously, for us tonight, it's a must-win. For France, obviously, it's not as important they need to win, but they would prefer it, because a loss for them tonight means that there's only 2 points between us in third and them in first, and suddenly they're under pressure. Because if they lose to Sweden and we beat Ireland, France would then be third. So, yeah, in one sense, France, it wasn't as important for France tonight, but equally, this loss, if France are to lose, it will put them under a lot of pressure that they will not want to deal with. Because it would mean that they have to win their games. To be honest, an England win tonight is the best result for Sweden, because they've got to play France and they've got to play England. So a win for England kind of puts it in Sweden's hands, which is good for them. I think, of course, a third goal should seal it 100%. I'd like to think if we're 3-0 up, then there's no way we'd let that slip. Like, that would be really, really shocking if we did. France had a couple of dangerous moments, but we've run their defence absolutely ragged. Sorry again. Yeah, absolutely spot on. We've done what we intended to do. You know, we've done what we're good at. That's the thing. You know, England's speciality, England's quality and expertise come from down the wings, getting the ball out wide and either cutting in and having a go or putting the ball in and causing problems. And that's what we've done. We've knocked it out to Mead. We've knocked it out of Hemp. And, you know, look at the second goal. Great ball in from Hemp. Goal for Russo. The first one, again, coming down our left-hand side, causing them issues and eventually getting the ball into Georgia Stanway. But it is coming down the wings that has caused them problems. De Almeida, who isn't usually a right-back, we've put her under pressure. And the same with Selma Bakker. Bakker is a very attacking fullback. We've put her under pressure and she struggled, and we've managed to isolate the back two to the point where they've struggled to contain them, and Russo has held her own up there against Lacroix and against Wendy Renard. So overall, we've done very well. We've played, as I said in the build-up, we don't really do. We play to our strengths, and that has paid off massively. And we spoke about those game changes, and we're getting them involved, and that is changing things. We've got Hemp involved, we've got Mead involved, we've got Russo involved, and they've all caused problems. They've all played really, really well. And that's the big thing for me. I mean, Hemp sitting on 2 assists tonight, Russo's amongst the goals again, and Mead has had a really good half as well. Build on that, we're going to cause problems, and I've been thoroughly impressed with not only how we played tonight, but how we've played tonight in comparison to how we played on Friday night.
Yeah, there's certainly a marked improvement there. I don't think that's gone unnoticed at all. But yeah, really positive signs, I think, for England this evening. We've been, as I say, much better than we were on Friday night. You're picking out a few players there, Russo, Hemp. I even think down to like Ella Toone even. She was involved in a lot of positive stuff for England tonight, linking up the play quite nicely. It's, you know, we're not seeing Toone come up with the moments that we were at the Euros in 2022. That's not what we're seeing from her, but we are seeing her start to get back to that, and hopefully we can start to see her contribute with goals and assists soon. But there's definitely some really positive signs for everyone in the England side, really.
Yeah, 100%, and just need to see tonight out, and this will be absolutely massive, because we win tonight, we beat Ireland, we're there, we've done it, simple as that. Even if we were to lose to Sweden, because France and Sweden have to play each other, you know, it would mean win tonight, beat Ireland, we're in a very, very good position, and that's the main thing for me.
Yeah, so what do you mean if we beat Ireland? Of course we will. We should, shouldn't we? It shouldn't be a game we have any issues with. Again, we're going to that one, very excited, at Carrow Road. Hopefully England can win, but yeah, I do think that should be a game we're comfortable in. You never know, though, do you? With football, anything can happen. Sweden only beat them 1-0 today. That was tighter than we expected it to be. It'd been great if Ireland could have got something, but they couldn't quite manage it. But yeah, definitely some good signs in that first half. Hopefully we continue it into the second half and continue where we left off, really.
Yeah, 100%. A few more goals would be nice. I'll take that.
Yeah, of course. And I know you mentioned it earlier. I'd like to see players like Aggie Beaver-Jones, like Jess Park get involved this evening. Some more minutes for Grace Clinton. I think there would be some positive changes. But yeah, I am somewhat surprised to see Hampton get the nod again tonight. Does that provide further evidence that she is the more likely player to take over from Earps at the end of...
It's a weird one.
Well, for potentially Euro 25, we don't really know what's going to happen.
I think over the season and overall ability for me, even as a Chelsea fan, I would pick Yara Keating. I think in terms of goalkeeping, I think Hampton gives you a more all-round keeper. But in terms of actual goalkeeping ability, I think Keating takes it. But in terms of national football, you want someone who has a bit of everything in terms of, very, very good with the ball and very, very, maybe carrying more experience. I think it's a really interesting one. I can't call it. I think Hampton and Keating are both phenomenal goalkeepers. Maybe in Serena's mind, Hampton gives you a bit more than Keating does.
I'd argue Hampton is a more reliable shot stopper. I can't think of any big errors that Hampton has made. I think she's more reliable in that sense. I also think she's more comfortable with the ball at her feet. I think her distribution's slightly more accurate than Keating's. I think Keating's can be a little wild at times. I think that Keating has that better catalogue, though. That's the thing. If you were to scroll through the WSL highlights page, she's made some incredible stops this season. Hampton doesn't have as many of those in her locker, but she makes more reliable saves. And I think that's more to do with the fact that Chelsea are just slightly better defensively. City are quite open, so they do concede some big shots. Therefore, Keating has to put up high save numbers, has to make the big saves. So there is definitely, I think there is a difference. For me, they're very, very even, though. Picking between them would be very difficult. I think they're both fantastic goalkeepers. And in that saying, looks like sticking with the same team was vindicated so far. Justin Williams agreeing, saying really thought it wouldn't work. Yeah. I think we said the same thing before kickoff, and you have to hold your hands up sometimes and say, you know what, Serena Weigman does know more than us. So, fair enough. But I still think, though, Clinton in there over two would have made a huge difference, and maybe would have seen something positive from Clinton. Same for Park, really. But yeah, I think, understandably, this side is really strong, and when they play like they are this evening, that's only going to be positive, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. But as you say, I think players like Clinton, players like Kirby, I think give you aren't downgrades at all. Alex Greenwood's always been an interesting one for me. Where does her, because obviously Williamson and Bright are nailed on, and for Greenwood, she's a very, very good centre half. But is there room for her here?
It depends what we want to do tactically. I think by playing Carter there, it does seem to imply we want to play a more defensive left back to perhaps allow Bronze a bit more license to roam. So I wouldn't be awfully surprised if we experimented with Greenwood at left back. Yeah. And then obviously that gives you that sort of situational back three feel. If you've got Hemp out on the left, you can play as a very much a touchline winger. Yeah. And then obviously Mead can cut inside. I think Lauren James will likely play attacking midfield, and that would give her a bit more license in there. Because if Hemp's really wide, there's going to be that space that Hemp wouldn't be driving into. So I think that could be something that we look to experiment with. But I think both fullbacks playing a bit more of a supporting role, with Bronze occasionally flying forwards, is still okay, because we have a lot of stability with Walsh in there, because she is such a defensive linchpin. That's why Barcelona, or part of why Barcelona, are so strong, because they can rely on, they know they can commit players forward. I mean, we see Fridley Rolfo playing at left back and finding herself at left wing at times, but they know they've got players like Walsh in there, and obviously their team is accommodated to be able to play that aggressive style. Nick is saying Earps is in a similar position to Pickford, they are the ones with tournament experience. Yeah, I would also argue Earps is a better goalkeeper right now. I think, you look at... I know, obviously, you can make the same argument of, well, United conceded about 100 shots, so she's going to have to make a lot of saves. Yeah. But she is a phenomenal goalkeeper. She is the reason United even got to the FA Cup final. Yeah. Because she made some huge saves in that Chelsea game. She was a major part of England's success. And I think that, therefore, she's merited in keeping her spot. But she's out of contract with United this summer. If she does go to PSG... I think you can make an argument that she's starting to decline, and I wouldn't be surprised if we then saw one of Keating or Hampton come into that starting role. It's a bit weird because with goalkeepers, unless they, because they can play for a while, and the life cycle of a goalkeeper is so long, it's quite difficult to know when to phase one out and bring another in. Unless they retire from international football, it's quite difficult to do that. Unless there's a huge gulf in quality. I think that can be quite difficult to do.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I says perhaps it was partly about giving the girls a chance to put things right after the home defeat. Yeah, perhaps so. I think definitely, with less pressure and expectation playing away, that definitely seems to have, there seems to be a weight lifted off the shoulders. They're playing with a bit more freedom for the second half. Delphine Cascarino coming on. Not sure who for just yet. But
Kenza Darley.
I was going to say I haven't seen Kenza Darley. I've also not seen Bakar or Karchawi, so it could be something like that.
Yeah. Says a lot like France, Renard not happy with that first half.
Well, understandably so.
Well, here we go then.
France goes underway and they knock it back to Renard as we get underway for another 45 minutes. I think it is Karchawi that's been hooked to the break. Because I don't see number 7 anywhere on the field.
Yeah, Kenza Darley's there, so yeah.
Yeah, I think Karchawi off and Cascarino on. Speaking of which, trying to come down the line, then we do get confirmation it is Karchawi that's off. But yeah, throw in now for France. De Almeida into Darley on. Henri's gone as well for Toletti. So going back to the side that started the game on Friday night. Understandable, really. They were good in that game.
That's the weird one, isn't it? If you win, why would you change?
Usually, Nick says goalkeepers don't peak until their 30s usually. Well, exactly. And what, Earps is 30, I think only 30 now, I want to say.
But on the flip side, Keating's 19.
Exactly.
And look how good she is now. Give her 11 years.
Yeah, Earps is 31. So, she could still have another, 2 or maybe even 3 major tournaments in there. And at that point, Hannah Hampton's going to be pushing 30s. Well,
that's the thing, though. She might not get all those tournaments because England have such good goalkeepers. I think a 26, 7-year-old Hannah Hampton will be better than a 35, 36-year-old Mary Earp.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Because with the rapid rate of development, the younger players are coming through and being so much better because there is such an investment in the women's game.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to just suddenly see a wave of really talented young footballers come through? And actually a lot of the old guard be replaced?
Maybe so.
I wouldn't be surprised as the training becomes more technical for younger players and more professional with more clubs obviously popping up.
Look what Hangy Jones has done this season.
And more people showing interest in the game. I think we could be about to see a huge influx of talent.
Yeah.
And actually the future of the international scene is going to depend massively on who can sort of cultivate that talent, who can go out and find it, and who will invest in making sure that happens. Because for years it was the US header over the bar from Katoto.
Yeah, not started great, England.
Goal kick.
Maybe those French changes having a bit of an impact. But yeah, France coming out of a point to prove.
Yeah, exactly that.
England need to settle back into our rhythm, play our football again. Bright on the goal kick then. So Williamson plays it to Hampton. He's going to fire it. Looking for Georgia Stanway, but she finds Mead instead. She finds Stanway. That's not a great pass cut out by Diani. England not getting into our stride early on in the second half here. Needs to just settle down.
Yeah. Bronze tries to play it forward, cut out by Bakker. And now it drops for Russo, who's going to try and bring that ball forwards. Russo then stops in her tracks as she goes back to Mead. Bronze. And they can't quite catch it well there, Toon. Carter trying to win that ball back. Here's Toletti. Now Renard. Yeah, England just haven't really touched the ball second half.
Yeah, no, not been great.
First few minutes here.
It'd be nice to get into our rhythm again and try and, put France under pressure. Because I think once we're on top, we stayed on top. But we need to make sure we get on top, is the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully we can do that. But France enjoying the ball at the moment, but that's cut out by Williamson, who's stepped very far up here, so we've got to be careful. She has now dropped back as France come forward. Great header for her as well to cut out that pass, and Bright will smash it out the field.
And that will be collected by Pero Magnin. And now France will look to bring it forwards. Diani. Into Dali, ball through. But that will be swept up well by Hannah Hampton. Not a whole lot to do, Hampton, but when she has been called upon, she's done well so far.
Yeah, 100%.
Came out well.
So that's
the boots
their
are flying
trademark, isn't
and
it?
claimed it.
Flying in,
Yeah.
getting the ball. Very, very good goalkeeping.
Somehow, 30 seconds later, she still has the ball in her hands.
Yeah. Launching it long.
Lovely drill pass into Bronze.
Super.
And again, that's what I'm talking about with that distribution. I think that just is slightly better than Keating. The shame Bronze and
I'll say, what are we
Walsh
doing?
have slowed it down
Bronze
so
going?
much. We see this occasionally with Bronze. You know, she takes liberties that she probably can for Barcelona. She did it in the World Cup when we conceded. It was her drive across the field for some weird reason that she then lost the ball and we got caught out.
Yeah.
And, you know, there, it's just a bit odd. That is my only issue with Lucy Bronze. I think a magnificent player, of course, and a great attacking fullback. But she does make some really stupid decisions sometimes. It's a nice flick from him, but hasn't exactly achieved much. But do you think as well England are in a bit of a predicament with their defence for the years to come? Obviously, Bright, not the youngest now. She's got to be in her 30s.
You've got Greenwood, Laetitia and Turner are quite young.
Well, Greenwood's 30.
How old's Laetitia?
Turner's 27. Letitia's 22.
So you got Laetitia in there and Turner for a while, and yeah, it's an interest. I do feel like because we've got limited fullbacks as well. You know, it's an interesting one.
Williams for 27, so that's not a massive issue.
Yeah, but Bronze and Carter aren't getting any younger, and Bright obviously.
Yeah. Do you think Letitia's another one that could consider a move away from United soon?
Yeah.
Because I think she's a really, really good footballer.
Yeah, there's a few things she should refine in her game, but apart from, very, very good defender.
She's, I think Chelsea will be looking soon at replacing Bright. She's the kind of player I think Chelsea should be looking at.
Wow, that'd be some...
Don't so experience.
Skinner would hate that.
Well, exactly.
Brilliant.
But if United continue to underperform, Liverpool finish ahead of them in the league this season.
Really good from England. Stanway, he gets dispossessed. No. That was brilliant football.
Nick Nackhouse, a daily retirement from international football now. Yes, she announced what was actually a bit of a surprise retirement. I'm not exactly sure why. I think that a lot of her reasoning was, she wants to spend more time with her kids and stuff like that.
She knows that Ruth is going to start.
I think she has kids. Well, yeah, she's not going to start up front. She's probably fed up being shoehorned at left back. She quite enjoys having the summer off. Spend with the people around her. I kind of get it. That she's won the Euros. Was she really going to be in the World Cup squad in 27? Probably not.
She's a Euros winner and a World Cup finalist. Yeah, I'll hang out the boots.
Yeah.
Before you get grief.
She's still going to have a few years left with Aston Villa. You'd imagine.
Oh,
just going wide there. Good effort from range from Selma Backer. But it feels like Daly's one of those who I wouldn't. She could be a.
She could be a.
She could be a good option for someone like Man United, but it feels like it's too late in her career to make any big move.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm intrigued to see what Villa bring next year in the WSL. New manager. Could lose players like Van Domselaar. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
This is good from England.
Hemp gets dragged down there.
Ref doesn't think so. Second half has started in the same way that the first half started, really. A bit cagey. Neither side on top. But as I said, if England can get back into the ascendancy, then, we should be okay. We should be comfortable.
Yeah. Williamson. Hemp. Now Carter. Williamson. Here's Bright. And now here come France. Selma Bakker. Diani. Goes wide to Katoto.
Oh,
Lovely shift, and then she just can't get that shot away. There's a bit of a question mark there because Williamson did have her arms on her a little bit, but I don't think that's enough to knock her off balance at all. Yeah, says, I've been impressed with Hampton. She doesn't seem to get flustered and has good composure under pressure. Yeah, she's definitely stepped up. Hannah Hampton. I think she's made some real good progress this season. Obviously, she joined Chelsea. Musovic started the season, and Hampton didn't really get a go until after Christmas. And then suddenly we saw her start every game and was really crucial in that. So yeah, she's definitely stepped up in that regard this season. Anyway, France with possession now. And they've got players coming forwards. That's a really good challenge from Williamson. France do recover it, though. The Almeida will be forced back. Lacroix. Renard. Here is Selma Bakker. Drills one in. Williamson deals with it. Now Bronze. Bright. Plays it forward. Bakker tries to chest that down. Mead puts a strong challenge in. And it's a bit messy, but that will become an England foul. Free kick. Yeah, so just need to weather this early second half storm from France. Yeah, exactly. They're throwing everything at us at the moment to try and unsettle England. But yeah, as you say, if England can weather that, perhaps try and push for a third goal against the run of play, would just calm this game down a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
And knock the wind out of France's sails before they can get going.
And then we can get changed on, have a good night.
Williamson. The Almeida. That's a rash challenge from Stanway, and that will quite rightfully be a free kick. Just went flying in onto Letty after the ball had gone.
Yellow for that one. She already had one when she went flying in. Flying in there again. As we put in there, hung in then by Bakker or Darley. And a chance of France, we've already seen how they had one where they headed it onto Renard, who headed it onto Katoto, put it just wide. Good opportunity for the French from this set piece. Looking for Renard again, wins it again, runs out.
I'll go to Hannah Hampton, who's going to just wait. And now picks up the ball.
Yeah. Controlled, this is for England.
Yeah, exactly.
If anything, a little bit too controlled. I don't mind that. Means we're winning.
Anyway, France win it hard at the field, and Williamson picks it off. England coming forwards.
England throw. Yeah, definitely a steadier start to the second half in terms of action, in terms of pace. As we said about the first 20 minutes, quiet. Which from an England point of view, when you're already 2-0 up, it's good. But from a fan's point of view and from a French point of view, you're going to want to see more. Oh, right.
Back now to Hannah Hampton. Williamson. Hampton. Lovely ball forwards. Bronze tries to get ahead on it. And it's going to bounce through and out for a throw. Selma Bakker.
Renard's demanding more of his team.
And now it's picked off again. Stanway trying to drive it forwards. And now it's out for a corner.
Yeah, just went to win a corner there. I think that was her plan all along. She knew she wasn't going to outrun Gaora, so thought, I'm just going to lead this into her, win the corner. See what we can do from this. And here, England are from the set piece. Bright and Williamson arriving. Mead over it. I haven't seen much of Beth Mead today. She's played well, but in terms of, in terms of having the chances, being in control. Oh, where's Teens?
That's routine, but this everyone's Stanway not quite as good as their first half goal.
They're getting progressively worse from Stanway.
Yeah, Nick Nat's saying the good thing is we've got the goals whilst we're in the ascendancy. Exactly, and now we can, we are having to play a bit more defensive in this second half as France keep coming forwards, but we are dealing with that for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, good games so far. Just to say, by the way, if you are new around here and enjoying tonight's show, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. It massively helps us out. We're only 82 subscribers away now from 1,000. So if you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. It massively supports us. And if we get to 1,000, we can get monetization, which means we can produce so much more content. So we'll be earning money here. So do hit that subscribe button. Massively helps us out. Here comes France, bringing that ball forwards. Lacroix. Change of pass with De Almeida. Now Renard. De Almeida. Lacroix. That ball goes down the line and France attacking well here. Ball gets played and that's something for De Almeida to give chase to, but Carter will see the ball off and that will be a goal kick. Luke C, welcome to the stream, saying the cross from Hemp for our second was absolutely sublime. She can do anything. What a baller. Yeah, I think Lauren Hemp is a very accomplished player. We saw her obviously come up with the assist in the game on Friday. And yeah, it was a smart change from Serena Weigman to switch the wingers. That meant Hemp was on that right-hand side. She could cut into the left-hand side, put it in swing and cross. And it was a really good header from Russo as well to see it home. But yeah, I think Hemp is a very good player.
Definitely so.
We'll be interested to see where she goes, or if she goes this summer. She's been linked with moves away from Manchester City. But yeah, there is a slight concern here. Hannah Hampton down on the deck with a bit of discomfort in her ankle. It's understandable that we are picking up injuries in games like these, because obviously we have played a full season and now we're having to play these friendlies right after the domestic season ends.
Getting through goalkeepers at the rate of knots.
Yeah, I don't know why it's all goalkeepers that get injured for us, but yeah, a bit of discomfort in that ankle. Now, of course, we do have Kiara Keating. That's the luxury of having three incredible goalkeepers. You can just rotate them constantly.
Has Keating had an England game yet?
Yeah, I think she started one of the friendlies.
Right.
I want to say.
But yeah, France again regrouping in the middle of the pitch, the whole team together. Hampton is going to carry
all right
on.
to continue. But Keating out to warm up just in case.
Alongside Chloe Kelly. I expect to see changes for England soonish.
I hope it's not your usual, your Kellys, your Kirbys.
Yeah.
Love to see Park get on. Love to see, of course, from a Chelsea perspective, love to see Aggie Beaver-Jones this evening. Yeah. I'm never going to, be annoyed to see Fran Kirby. And I'm very interested to see where she goes this summer. She's been linked with Crystal Palace, which I think will be a lot of fun.
That would be brilliant.
But yeah, nodded on there by Mead, but that is going to bounce through. And it will be picked up by France.
This game isn't over. We've got to be careful.
No, far from it. Anyway, in possession now is Lacroix. Tries to play that through the lines. Carter will cut it out. Really good interception from Jess Carter. Bright goes back to goalkeeper Hampton.
Stanway. Toon, sorry.
Here's Williamson on the ball now.
Great knock.
Walsh can't get to there.
Right
That's herself trying to win that ball back in there. Here's Lauren Hemp, unable though to keep it under her control. No, Walsh hasn't been perfect. I do think that seems to be a bit more of a fatigue thing.
Yeah.
Which again makes sense. She's played pretty much every game, I think, for Barcelona this season. She was involved in a Champions League final, 2 weeks ago? Yeah. Over than that?
And she played 2 international friendlies.
Yeah.
Not friendlies, sorry. Big important games. Qualifiers.
Big important games.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Oh, wow.
I just forgot about that, but they are. So take effort in the end from Toon. She picked off, intercepted that pass. Lacroix, an awful one. She picked it off Toletti, but she just didn't get enough on it to
So
trouble
she saw the
Peter
kick off her
Romagny.
line and thought she'd have a go. She could have just gone for, driven towards goal. Oh, soft free kick in there.
Or struck it with power either side. And Peter Romagny,
Yeah.
because she's backpedaling, she's not going to have to adjust her position and dive backwards. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been perhaps could have gone for a bit of power there. But yeah. I'm trying to work that line back and trying to find a opportunity for a cross.
Yeah. That's offside, surely. Yeah, it is. England free kick. 25 to play.
Yeah. Renard looks a bit frustrated, I think, by what he's
Yeah,
seen.
because they know if they won tonight, and they're home and dry.
And suddenly they've made qualification a lot more
Yeah.
difficult for themselves.
Yeah. Launched long by Hampton. One in the air by Renard. Then by Lacroix. A bit too over top in there from Stanway in the back of Darley. Yeah, a bit too much in there. Not any change, no movement on either bench, which is interesting. I thought we'd see changes by now.
Renard. Backer. Diani. Gayoro. Walsh, they're forcing her to the ground, and that will be a free kick. Again, I think struggling a bit with the tempo this evening. Shira Walsh. She's knackered.
But again, you can't bring her off because we haven't got anyone to play that role.
Yeah, exactly.
Williamson's head up, Bronze sweeps up, lashes it clear, gives Russo something to chase. Renard deals. Was that handball there from Toletti? Yes, it was. England free kick. Yeah. I mean, it's a weird one because England haven't got going in the second half, but neither have France. Neither side have really done anything. Just one of those halves at the moment. A lot can change, but
Yeah.
just feels like this is it. You know, job was done by England in the second. There's no incentive to push on.
In the first, yeah.
That's where subs come. Yeah. Well, that's where subs come in.
Hampton. Now Bright. Ball goes forward, and that's a ball in behind that's going to run through to Peter Romagny. Lacroix. De Almeida. Now trying to fashion. France are trying to work it round from right to left. Renard, Backer. Goes over the top. Diani will give chase. Has options in there. She can pick them out. Tries to go for Katoto. But it's Bright that gets there first. Kenza Dali shifts it to Gayoro. Takes aim. It's blocked. And then Bronze hooking it up and over.
Good defending in there, but England now just under a little bit of pressure from France. And, you know, all it takes, if you get one, suddenly you get two, and suddenly France are level again. That's how quickly this game can change. You can go from a half of being nothing to a half of absolutely everything. Here we go then, ball in from France.
Ball in, dealt with by Millie Bright, headed back down, hooked clear. We seem to be a bit more proactive with dealing with those second balls, those knockdowns from corners. Good to see.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's saying some important blocks in there as well to prevent a goal.
Renard flicks it on though, but that'll run through to Hannah Hampton. Still nothing on the benches, which I'd like to see them changes by now. Mix up a bit. Keep it fresh. But alas, nothing.
Here is Williamson. Toon. That's silly from Toon in there. Unnecessary, giving the ball away high at the field. Katoto goes down. It's a penalty for France.
And this is what we mean.
And this has all come from Ella Toon doing something completely unnecessary. Goyoro picked up the ball, drove into the box, and Williamson's given away a silly penalty. She's well aware of it. Hardly any protests. The ball comes through. She misses it. Trips her up. It's a clear penalty.
And this is what happens. You have a half of nothing. And despite the fact you're winning the game, now, if this goes in, we're in a big trouble.
What on earth was Ella Toon trying to do there? And well, again, Williamson just hasn't looked the same since coming back from injury still. That was a really sloppy error. But yeah.
Well, big moment for Hannah Hampton to prove herself, ain't they?
I was going to say. We've got too many balls on the field.
Is it going to be Diani?
I think it's Darley, isn't it? At least she's got the hands on.
But is she going to pass it to Diani?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, she is. I think so. The old switcheroo that we see so many times.
Toon booked in there as well.
Yeah, because the referee played advantage initially. And a yellow card
So two
for
yellows
bronze as well.
What are we doing? Yeah, says if this goes in, momentum shifts indeed.
And a yellow
Game
for
state
Darley.
changes. So it will be Caddy Diatau Diani from 12 yards.
Once the referee's finished writing down everyone's name on the back of a yellow card.
Yeah. Will this maximum disruption will have any impact?
Well, Hampton now. Chance to prove herself once again to Weigman.
Yeah.
Diani to get France back in the game. Here we go.
Diani from 12 yards. Leon and France striker. Stepping up to it slowly, takes aim and dispatches of it coolly. France 1, England 2. A game that England should be steering control of suddenly looks a little more open after that penalty. It was costly from Toon to give it away in such a position. It was clumsy from Leah Williamson to concede a penalty like that. It was cool, calm collection from Diani to take that chance.
And now, for 19 minutes of this game, we are under pressure.
And here we go. France bringing on the cavalry. Lacroix off. Perisset on.
So that'll move down by the centre half.
Yes, presumably so.
Well, now, I just don't know, because the crowd are up for it now. France will believe they can get a point out of this game.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's still plenty of time. England going to try the smash it long tactic from kick-off, and we put it out for a throw. We are feeling it now. You can tell we're feeling it. If I'm Weigman, I'd look at fresh legs now. Although Russo's got picked up here. Plays it back to bronze.
Here's Millie Bright. One back by Diani. And now here come France. Gayoro. Diani. Takes aim, blocked by
What a
Bronze.
block.
And now here come England. Toon. Hemp. Carter. Now Williamson. Tries to play that ball forward. Russo holds it up well. And brought down there. Free kick to England.
Yeah.
Alex Sinclair saying France has stepped up a bit. We're giving them the chances. Exactly. They're putting but you could also argue, they're forcing us into errors by playing better, of course.
Kelly's being prepped, and I couldn't see who else that was. But England turning to the bench now, as France are also pushing for an equaliser. And like an equaliser would be a big blow. It'd be a kick to the teeth. Fouling there from Darley.
And now they're just trying to take the sting out of the game, aren't they?
Yeah. Here come the changes then. Well, at least Kelly on. Kelly on for Mead.
Fair enough.
Is that the only change?
Looks
That is the only
that
change.
way.
That surprises me. I'd expect to see more. Let's see what Kelly can bring to this game now then. Hopefully a bit of pace, a bit of magic, and hopefully a goal. Yeah. I don't know. See what Vyvern comes up with next. Welsh starting to struggle, clearly.
Yeah. Ball goes up the line. Hemp fighting for it, will be brought down by a backer. Hemp will continue to fight. Diani under pressure from Bronze. Hand in the corner here, and that's how to play for a France throw. Yeah, it says the third goal will be huge right now. Couldn't agree more, Nick Nack. Would just take that sting out of France. Would just take the wind out of their sails somewhat. Well, we have got the ball hard at the field. We're going to let that go out for a throw. We're desperately just slowing this game down, killing time. We know how important 3 points would be for qualification.
Yeah.
For us to play on the deck now with what looks to be some sort of muscle injury. Selma Bakker it is. Has played a lot of football this year, obviously. The Lyon fullback. But yeah.
Yep. Give everyone a chance to take a break. England a chance to regroup and work out what they're going to do in this game to make sure that we can see this out.
Yeah.
Backer just struggling. Yeah, she's alright though. She's going to continue. With 14 to play.
So England throwing now. Bronze.
Waiting for the physio to run off.
I'm going to say. Physio doing a little water trip there.
Bronze. Intercepted by Diani. And an England throw once more. But again, she's running down the clock. This is taking time. This is what we want. Bronze finds Hemp. Back to Bronze. Can she deliver? Finds
Here's
Stanway.
Georgia Stanway and got that all wrong. Just didn't catch that right at all, and that goes bubbling wide.
Weak foot, just couldn't wrap her foot around it in the way she wanted to, and yeah, as you say, side footing it past the post. Since the first one went in, her other shots have progressively got worse.
Yeah, to be fair, the second one was just slightly wide. That could have easily been
Yeah.
a very similar goal. That one was a poor shot, but it was on a weak foot. Didn't really settle nicely either. But yeah, Diani cuts inside. Cascarino, and it's one back. Here come England. Carter. Rousseau. Now it's Hemp. Bronze. Hampton to Williamson. Ball forward doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah. 12 minutes. Come on, England. Just hold on. Just see this out. Be absolutely massive if we could.
Here is De Almeida. Teletti. De Almeida. Now Wendy Renard. Picked off by Bronze. Wow, and that's a foul from Selma Bakker. Should be a yellow card, and she has brandished a caution there. Pulled back Bronze. That could have easily been a good counter-attacking opportunity for England. They pressed high, won the ball back. Thought they might make the most of that, but they couldn't quite. Yeah, so it was never going to be easy. What was it? Let's be honest. No, not at all. I think we made it more difficult for ourselves than it should have been this second half, though.
Because we could have come out, scored a third, done. We haven't done that. We were slow. It was very cagey again. They took advantage, so we then gave them a sloppy goal, and now they're right back in the game with 11 to play. And that was our free kick routine.
It didn't exactly work, did it? And Walsh gets another silly foul in there. Unnecessary, really.
Yeah.
Ball long from France. Cascarino here in behind Carter. Puts it in there, and it's a dangerous one, but it goes over the bar. Cascarino frustrated with herself. She thinks she could have kept that down on target. It's a difficult angle. But, yeah, Carter did well to see her into that position. And, wasn't going to challenge Hampton.
Yeah.
Not far away, though, from being a worldie.
Surprised that England only made one change. Thought would have seen more. But we haven't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now says that's where you want them to be shooting from.
Yep.
As wide as possible, really. Which is well, to be fair, given how tight the angle
In
was.
the corner.
Yeah, Almeida. Drops now for Walsh. Heads it to Stanway. Stanway to Bright. Bright tries to play that in behind of Lauren Hem, but it goes out of play for a France throw. 10 to go. France know they need to find something soon. That's another foul in there. France free kick. Diani brought down by Lauren Hemp. Now France coming forwards. Backer. Gayoro. De Almeida. Carries it inside nicely. Now Gayoro. Plays it forward. Kototo. Cascarino tries a fashion opportunity again. That goes... Oh, she knocks it out of play.
Yeah.
Tries to cross it in, but doesn't keep it in. So again, England will kill time before taking this.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was a corner. Who knows? Who don't know? Blind. I am blind. I can't see
To be
anything.
fair, not even Cascarino called for it.
Yeah. Also, imagine your job right tonight was to hold a pitch side microphone. There's a bloke sat on the dugout side near to Renard who's just got to sit there with a microphone in his hand. What a life.
Yeah, says does seem to be a real lack of quality in the final third for France, which is fascinating, Nick, that you say that. Because in that front three, you've got Kadadiatal Diani, who's been one of the most potent finishers in all of Europe for a good while now, has perhaps had a less prolific season. As her first. She moved to Lyon this year from PSG, and she's not played as a striker like she did at PSG. She's not been played as a striker in this France setup because they got Kototo, who plays for PSG. So, yeah, it's interesting. Gayoro, ball in, and it's gone off. So it will be an England goal kick. But yeah, and then obviously you've got Delphine Cascarino, who's a really strong player as well, another Lyon player. And obviously, as I mentioned, Kototo, PSG, has had a really good season. But yeah, just doesn't seem to click for whatever reason. About the fact a lot of them have all played together.
Yeah, no. Here's a weird one. Renard wins the header. Can't be brought down though. And ball finds Lauren Hemp, who takes on Backer superbly. Hemp causing problems, good defending though from Selma Backer. England can't find a way through. Really, really strong defending.
Yeah, so just haven't so much quality on their deliveries into the box and how many saves has Hansen actually had to make. I can find out. But yeah, I would agree. I don't think their delivery, so perhaps their play in the final third's been bad, but they've definitely got good players there. They don't seem to have any stats on the individual game.
No.
Unfortunately.
Rubbish.
Football doing us.
Tilletti on the charge finds Darley running down the left for France. Darley finds Kototo, cuts it back.
Falls for Cascarino block. And here come England.
Go, why
Ellie.
is she not running?
Slows down, knocks it back.
Why does she run away?
No idea.
6 minutes plus additional time. Russo, superb, holds it up and spins the Almeida. And it's still going, is Alessia Russo. Bringing and up the pitch here by a good 20 yards and wins a throw. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Alessia Russo.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible running, incredible battling. Doing exactly what England need right now. And the throw from Kelly goes back to Carter, who's going to play it around, and England are going to take their time with the ball in possession. That's a lovely dink ball through to Stanway. Sorry, Toon. Cuts it back towards Stanway. Ginger Santis didn't, wasn't, got caught there a bit flat-footed.
The ball was between a few players there. It wasn't really there. Nick, that's just their penalties. Their only attempt on target. Wow. So yeah, they've not forced many saves at Hannah Hampton.
But all you need is 2 shots and to score 2 goals. And there's still 5 minutes remaining.
Well, I had more shots. That's just their attempt on target. But yeah.
Yeah.
Get what you mean.
You need 2 attempts on target. And they're coming forward again. Kenza Darley, good turn. Can't get the pass off though. Toon wins it back. Don't know what she's doing. Why are we fanning around with it? Carter puts her foot through it. Finds Kelly. Kelly down the line to Russo again, who again is doing brilliantly up
Keeps
there.
it in play, just about. Needs some support, slows it down. Now she'll have to take on De Almeida again, and that's out for an England throw.
Incredible fight from Russo.
Yeah.
I
don't know if she made the right decision there, just to slow it down. I think if she had the speed on her side there and the predictability.
She went for it again.
I guess just slows the game down a little bit. Yeah, that says we've defended well when it's mattered. Yeah, we definitely have. Definitely have.
Marked improvement, from Friday night.
Yeah, and Chloe Kelly picking up a yellow card there for her involvement in a little bit of time wasting shenanigans there.
Bit sloppy.
Carter with the throw, and she's now going to risk a yellow card as well, taking her time about this.
Actually, I think the referee stopped anyway, because she had to write Kelly's
Kelly.
name.
Carter. Williamson, tries to play it forward. Cut out in midfield by Walsh. Bright. Carter. Kelly. Tries to play it forward. Cut out by France. Chloe Kelly. Now the ball inside. Cut out again by France. Williamson. I guess another minute ticks down. Walsh tries to play it down the line. All 4 from Perisay, falls Williamson again. It goes up in the air. Russo will give chase, and she's got the wrong side of De Almeida here. Tries to cut it back into a goal score opportunity. Huge tackle from De Almeida. Drops on the edge. One back by Stanway. In the most Georgia Stanway, most chaotic way I've ever seen.
Very unorthodox tackle. That's right, we'll hold on to the ball. That's a free kick, referee. Doesn't give it though. Oh, and Carter's been sent, and
Williamson gets caught. And France have an overload. Cascarino, Carter busting along to get back in. Bright trips. Bronze deals. I think that's it's probably a credit to the defence that Hampton's not really been called into action. Yeah, definitely so. Groove there. Knick-knack.
Yep. 2 minutes remaining. England still leading here. Just got to hold on and see this out now.
Good positioning from Bronze. You're correct there, Knick-knack. Here come France. Ball in behind. Cascarino across. Katoto, you stop. Hampton reacts quickly. Tips round the post. England getting away with one there. The ball through to Cascarino was excellent. The ball into Katoto was great.
Goal, wasn't it?
Fantastic reaction from Hannah Hampton.
Is it not Bronze who poked that towards her?
It was.
Wow. Well, Hannah Hampton saving her own right back there. What a
save.
Brilliant reflexes. I mean, don't know what Bronze was doing. But yeah, minute to play. France corner.
But yeah, Alex and Knick-knack both complimenting that sublime save from Hannah Hampton. Ball up in the air, headed away. by Russo. Kelly loses it in the air. Russo smashes it clear.
Love it.
And that buys England 30 seconds.
Yeah, definitely creeping in, Nick Nat.
And now England changes. Kirby coming on for Ella Toon. Again, we're unlikely, considering it's 2-1, to see Park or Beaver Jones. No, it's a bit of a shame in that regard, but understandable. Trusting those older players to get us just get us through tonight. I think that says France suddenly look as dangerous as they have all game. Yeah. And an additional time as well. I believe that looked like 5 minutes.
Was it 5? It was there 5.
It was indeed. So yeah, 5 additional minutes in this second half. Foul in there from Chloe Kelly, but England keep coming forwards. One back by Chloe Kelly. Now looking for Russo, but that's over here. That's going to go through to Pedro Magnin.
You think France could get out with their own play?
Yeah, Almeida, the backer on the deck in some discomfort. The game will now be stopped. France readying what looked like a double change on first glance.
What happened here then?
Kelly just nudged into her.
It's a weird one.
Definitely a foul.
Yeah. Just felt unnecessary.
Yeah.
The ball already gone. Hopefully back is okay. She's still in a lot of pain here. It's obviously this is going to be added on to the already additional time. France being allowed to make their changes, but they're like, we're going to wait here because we've got a fullback down.
So it is going to be Dali off and Becco on. Can't remember her name, but obviously she couldn't feature on Friday because she was suspended. And then Baltimore coming on as well. And you imagine this will be for another attacking player unless they're really going for the game. No, it will be for Selma Backer, I think.
Yeah.
So they are really going for the game. Because Baltimore not a left back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, hopefully back is alright.
What point does Renard go up front? That's the big question.
Yeah.
I think it's France that need the points. England too. England will be more desperate to hold on.
Yeah.
France now a win against Iceland in that final match day would be it would be enough.
Yeah.
Because both England and Sweden can't both win. So yeah, that puts us in a really strong position for France. Tonight won't be too much of an issue for them. Or shouldn't be at least. It's all going to come down, I think, to that final group game between Sweden and France. Sorry, Sweden and England. Chance now for Kirby. She's been taken wide a bit. Goes to Kirby.
Yeah, I don't think she realised that she was in behind.
Tries to take on Baltimore now. I'm not exactly sure why. She's lost the ball and now France are coming forwards. Again, it's just about that game management. Katoto loses it. Drops for Becco. Gaoro. De Almeida. Renard. Nina's saying this is why when you're on top you have to make it count. Unfortunately, this time we did. So true.
At the moment.
I was going to say, yeah. Still got a minute and a half to hold on. Carter. Williamson. Cat out. Drops for Becco. Can't keep it alive. Out of play. England throw. This is going to go up the line and get smashed out of the San Etienne Stadium.
But expect there's still a couple minutes to play due to the backer injury. But hopefully England can take a massive 3 points. Massive 3 points. In our bid to qualify for Euro 2025. Although here come France. Williamson smashed it out of play. No nonsense defending now from our back line. Everything goes. Well won back by Kelly. Russo pounces, but running back to her own goal. Brilliant from Russo. So let's send it up the line. The Almeida. France gonna struggle to find something now. Which we tried to give them a helping hand by giving them a penalty. It didn't pay off. And they've set
Here come England. Ball in, looking for Kirby. Ronaldo deal with it. That's out for an England corner.
Superb.
They put the pressure on. They forced the mistake. This has just got to go into the corner right for 10 seconds.
Surely.
England's trying to see this game out now.
Yeah. Hemp over it. Going to be told to get the hurry up by the referee.
Again, England just slowing it down at every opportunity. Yeah, so do they get the summer off now? Feels like they deserve a break. They get 6 weeks and then we're back again for more internationals. There's internationals at the end of July. They do then have 2 months between then and the start of the WSL season in September. So it's a bit of a weird thing to have. Obviously, I get why we have an international break now and then again in 6 weeks. You wouldn't want to play all the internationals in one go. But again, it asks, you beg the question why we've played, they want to reduce qualifying games, but we played friendlies in October.
Yeah.
So.
Now to the 6th minute additional time. Obviously, we added on a bit on due to the injury, but that's it.
Yeah, there we go. That is full time here in France. France won, England to a hard-fought victory for the Lionesses. And that sees them right back into contention for Euro 2025 qualifying. We want to be at the tournament in Switzerland. That is a big step in the right direction. We're now level on points with Sweden, only behind on goal difference. And we are 2 points behind France. Really strong performance. Harry, who is your player of the match?
Ooh, that's a good question, that. I'm going to go Stanway. Played very, very well. Scored a brilliant goal. Very impressed.
Yeah, fair enough. I will say Lauren Hemp was creative all night. Got the assist, of course, for that Georgia Stanway goal. Had a really strong performance. And yeah, I was really, really thoroughly impressed with her throughout this evening's game.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's everything. I think that is our last stream on the Women's Football Chat until the end of July. When, of course, we will not be able to do the England-Ireland game because we are going to watch it at Carrow Road, but we will be doing the England-Sweden game. Then after that, in August at some point, I think, is the Olympics. And then, of course, we're back with the WSL on the 21st, I believe, of September. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, what a season we've had. What a time it's been. Hopefully, when we get back in September, we'll be monetised and we'll be streaming even more games we've covered this year. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what the future holds for this channel. If you love the men's game, then do head on over to the Football Chat because we will be live for every single game of the men's Euros 2024, including obviously warm-up games as well. We'll be live on Friday night for England versus Iceland. But that's everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. We are back. We've got a video coming out tomorrow as well. We speak about Mary Earps and where her future lies, so check that out. But that's everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.